Morning, everybody. It is a whopping 9 degrees out with a nice layer of frost on everything. But it's 7:15, gotta hurry up and feed horses. We gotta load out cattle this morning. We loaded out last week, we're loading out today, and I think we load out again on Friday. So, got my helper, delicious, nutritious breakfast, and a monster. What more could you need to start the day off, right? Quick PSA before we go any further. When it comes to sorting cattle, working cattle, loading cattle, I'm gonna have to use a lot of music over the video because, as Brian Brown would put it, we've got a lot of working words we use. If you've never been around cattle handling, there's a lot of words that are said that YouTube probably would frown upon. Let's just go with that. So that being said, back to the video. guys, I don't know if you noticed, that truck was 12 head short. We got to put some more on up at the other shop. Then that last clip you saw was us moving cattle. We moved the 2 pins that were right here across the way. So now these 2 pins next to the chute are ready for new cattle, or newer cattle, probably the ones we branded last week. We always try to keep the newest cattle close to a chute because they're the ones that are going to need doctored. Once they've been here for 2 weeks or so and they're eating really good, they're usually fine when it comes to sickness because they've gotten through everything. But, so as I said, that one truck is short, so now we're going to run up to our other feedlot, finish loading him, and then Cameron, who was the very first truck, one of our trucks that Cameron was driving. There we go. Gotta slow down and enunciate. He is on his way back because he will get the last load, so we'll have 5 total loads shipped out today. Oh, it's warmed up to 12 degrees. Yay us. And 329 head later, we are done. That was a pretty good sized move for us. Got the loader warming up so we can start feeding. Oh, gotta wait on Cameron to get back with the semi because we got 2 pins here. We're gonna move to refill the pins up on the hill. Then all the ones we branded last week, we got a split between the 3 open pins. So that way we have 2 open pins for cattle to come in this week. It's been a hectic 2 weeks for cattle. Moved 240 last Monday, 329 today. We got 180 going out Friday. They've been coming back in as fast as they're going out, but that's probably going to start slowing down for a couple of reasons. One, our cost of feed is going up very rapidly. Distillers, wet distillers has been a huge part of our ration for 15 years, at least 10 years. It allows us to use less than ideal hay, feed, corn. You guys saw that in our grinding video. That's been able to help our feed go farther using distillers. Well, with oil being cheap, ethanol plants are shutting down, making less distillers available. 6 months ago, or maybe 9 months ago, distillers was costing between $50 and $70 a ton to get it delivered to here because they got to truck it about 180 miles is the closest ethanol plant to us. And our last load was right at $120 a ton, so it's doubled in price or more than. And according to the guy, it's just going to get more expensive and harder to get. They've already cut us back by 50%. So we've already made adjustments to our ration, trying to deal with that. And then the other problem we're running into is coronavirus. With coronavirus still being a thing, the markets are nervous, it seems, about where to put the price of beef because it seems like the market's worried there's going to be another big outbreak. Everything's going to shut down, and just like last spring, the cattle market seems like it's worried it's going to go in free fall. So where we normally have 90% of the cattle that we have on hand are already sold and contracted for future date delivery, we only have about 10% that way now. We're getting to where we're having to sell about a week before they're ready to go. Doing that puts a huge amount of risk on us owning the cattle, but it makes sense because the feedlots don't want the risk on them. So I understand why. It just really sucks. Another huge problem for us is the drought. Our local feedlot that we've delivered all of our cattle to for the last 10, maybe 15 years, when we switched to delivering everything to them, because the drought around here, there was almost no grain corn. So our basis is $1 above the board, which means, just say the Chicago Board of Trade has corn at $4.50. That means they're paying $5.50 for a bushel here. Because of that, their break-even price on cattle is substantially lower, so they pay a lot less money. Now, if we were 200 miles east, where they get rain and can grow crops without irrigation, then it would be a whole different scenario for us. So we're trying to figure out the best way to move forward with our cattle operation. Yeah, it's just one of those things that's going to be kind of a fly by the seat of your pants type of deal, because no one really has a great answer right now. No one really knows for sure what's going to happen. So for now, we'll just keep on going. We'll keep buying slowly, I think, and go from there. Just pray for rain. We need this drought to end. It is not fun farming when you can't grow crops. And I don't mean like you plant them and they suck. I mean, you don't even plant them. It makes for a really, really boring summer. And you spend all winter looking forward to summer. So when you got nothing to look forward to in the summer, it gets a little monotonous around here. So that's enough sad story. Let's go ahead and wrap up this video. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Sorry, I heard a noise. I'm gonna go run the loader, start feeding cattle. I'll talk to you guys later.